It's Keep My Pants. So we are back with Illusions of Itehari, and we're about to start chapter 2 of Yori's path. Well, he definitely screams red flag, but I kind of like it. Oops. Okay. Chapter 2? Wait, what is it called? Chapter 2, Investigation. After my discussion with Yori about our engagement, we parted ways and I hurried home. I need to give Yuki the news. I wish I could tell him that it's all fake, but the plan. I was specifically instructed not to, so I had no choice but to keep it under wraps. While Yori had given me suggestions on how to explain things, I feel like she's gonna spill it. Like, Yuki can read her really well too, so is she gonna be able to? The problem is that I've never been able to get away with lying to Yuki. After returning to the estate, I went about my usual duties as family head. Oh, he looks so, like, dejected. I'll go ahead and submit these documents to the Ruye first.
ああ、それと両区の住民から姫に時間を作ってほしいって申請が来てる。
Is there something wrong?
緊急の話じゃない。手習い所について頼みたいことがあるらしい。
Then could you arrange an appointment? They could either come here or I could visit the learning facility myself. One more thing. Oh, she's gonna break the news! Oh my god! I quietly exhaled in an attempt to hide my anxiety before revealing the big news. I'm thinking of accepting Lord Yori's proposal. Oh no. It seemed that Yuki had grown numb from shock, and he remained silent for a few moments.
脅されてるのか、それとも熱が悪いものでも食べたとか。
Aww. It's nothing like that. His expression was grave. It was clear that he was extremely concerned for me. I already told Lord Yori that I accept. Oh. I continued cutting him off before he could fully react. Realistically, I don't have the option to refuse, right? I'm lower in status than the Western second. I'm also at a marriageable age, so it had to happen eventually.
だが、何も今じゃなくたっていいだろう。
There's just no point in putting it off. Not to mention that Yori says we don't have to hurry to get married just because we're engaged.
なら、婚約の話だって今持ちかける必要はなかったんじゃ。
That's not necessarily true. You can definitely, I think it's better to, well, it's still a promise to get engaged just in case someone else comes along, right? And then, yeah. Apparently, there's been some trouble regarding his brother's engagement. Besides, we'd probably be engaged for over a year, so nothing will change for a long time. I responded to Yuki, who was clearly depressed, exactly according to Yori's instructions. Yeah, I think he's probably he can't tell that she's lying because he's spiraling, but maybe he could tell. I don't know. I could tell Yuki still had some questions and changed the subject before he could ask any more. Is that all the work I had to do today? I need to let the head of the Northern Second know right away, so I better write him a letter. After seeing me take out my stationery, Yuki didn't say anymore. I'm sorry, Yuki. I didn't want to hide anything from him, but I simply couldn't tell him the truth. He'll probably be even more worried if he knew what was really going on. Regardless, I was grateful for the fact that I'd be able to break it off after pretending to be engaged for some time. If I refused Yori's offer and received a proposal from another family, especially one of higher rank than me, I wouldn't have the right to refuse. At worst, I'd be forced to marry into the other family, and the Eastern Fifth would be no more. Yeah, that would be the case then, right? And then she wouldn't be able to protect her people. I do feel a little sorry for him, but I wanted to protect the Eastern Fifth and my surf quarter with my own hands. It was his idea to begin with, so I'll be sure to take full advantage. I don't know, I feel like he's taking full advantage of her rather than like vice versa. Oh, his perspective now. I think we read his thoughts, maybe? Yeah, I think so. My elder brother arrived just after I made it home and took off my coat.
僕の婚約が決まったよ。
Oh.
そうか。
Oh, he sounded so solemnly into the news.
おめでとう、より。
He's so stoic.
まあまあ気に入ってるんだ、あの子。面白いし、見た目も可愛いから。
ああ、優しくて芯の強い女性だから、きっとよりとうまくやっていけるだろう。
He showed no signs of resentment. I can't say his name. Yeah. It was so utterly dull that it bored me to tears. Okay, we're back to her side. The day after I sent the letter to the Northern Second regarding my engagement, I was told to visit right away, so I met with my uncle at his estate. While he was unhappy that I had arranged this engagement on my own, he ultimately accepted after finding out that Yori and I already come to a consensus on the matter. The person who did end up putting up some resistance was...
私に相談もしてくれないなんて。
So in the other paths, or I guess in this path too, she is her cousin and her best friend. I'm sorry, Lady Aoi? Lady, daughter of the head of the Northern Second, and my best friend. So cousin and best
普
friend.
通もう少し時間をかけて決めるものでしょ。急ぎすぎではなくって。
Oh, she's just worried about you. Well, you know, it seems there's a lot going on at Yuri's household. If anything, it's actually strange that I didn't have a fiancé yet, considering I'm already of marriageable age.
まあそうね。子供の頃から言い名付けが決まっていることも多いですけれど。
As my friend gave a weak nod, she seemed hesitant. Or rather concerned for me. It'll be alright, Lady. I've actually met Yuri in person. I think I'll be fine. I'm sure she's heard of his reputation, right?
ええ、そうね。何もかも完璧な結婚なんてどこにもありませんもの。
Curious about how Lady O's marriage was, I decided to ask her about... Okay. Her husband rank. So I was recording and it dropped. So I picked this one before, so I'm still gonna go with this choice. So pretend I didn't, yeah. When you got married, were you concerned about the rank of your partner's family? Yori went from the Northern Second to the Northern Fifth. In other words, she married into a family of lower rank. Considering the change in the environment, I'm wondering if you were feeling averse to the idea at all.
結婚は家同士の都合で決まるものですもの。いいも悪いもありませんでしたわ。北寺の着手は同格の方と結婚しましたけれど、ほら、私は下の子ですもの。家同士のつながりを強くしたい方に嫁ぐのは当然のことでしょう。
I suppose so. As the family head, I had more of a say regarding my engagement compared to other nobles. Yori, on the other hand, well, he did take his own initiative though, so I feel like he still has like power, but his dad is like bedridden, right? So it's kind of like a weird. He likely needed to get permission from Lloyd, his brother, who was standing in for their family head. But if Yori breaks off her engagement on his end, it was likely no other family of equal standing would accept a future offer from him. But I don't think he cares. He mentioned that he didn't really want to get married. Both their brothers don't want to get married. I don't know why. If that happens, there's a chance he may not marry. Seeing me thinking in silence made Leia smile softly.
相手の気持ちをおもんぱかってあげるなんて、あなたはやっぱり優しいのね。それ
I
に
don't think she's thinking about
意
that
外
at
と
all.
まんざらでもないご様子で安心しましたわ。
Leia, wait, I don't think that's the issue here. Well, I don't think he wants to be lower in rank either.
何はともあれ、結婚はそんなに悪いものではありませんわ。最初は気が進まなくとも、うまくいくときはいくものですのよ。
Do you really think so?
ええ。私、旦那様とはほとんどお顔を合わせる機会もないまま嫁ぎましたけれど、今はとても幸せですの。私の夫がこの方でよかったと毎日思っていますわ。
Oh, I'm happy for her. She took this opportunity to boast. I was already fully aware of how happy the couple of the Northern Fifth were together. But then she cast her eyes down, looking a little sad.
ただ、最近の旦那様はお屋敷を留守にすることも多くて。
Because of the fires? Is it because of all the preparations for the Lantern Festival? Since he was Canary official at the Rie, I assumed he would be busy at around this time of the year. But Lady Yori simply shook her head, somberly.
いいえ、それともまた違うみたいですわ。流営で何か起きているのかしら。詳しくは教えてくださらなかったの。
I see, that is worrying. I nodded sympathetically as my friend stared at me.
そういう意味では、ひなぎくも人事ではないかもしれませんわ。
Huh?
お相手が黒鶴に勤めていらっしゃると、管理と同じくらい忙しいでしょ。どうしても寂しい思いをすることは増えるかもしれませんわよ。けれど、黒鶴の仕事って管理ほど多くはないのかしら。
Later, we continued the conversation under the full assumption that I would be married. Oh, that's right. One usually wouldn't assume that it'd be broken off at all. Yeah. It was becoming painfully apparent that I might actually be in over my head by attempting this. I would be lying and deceiving everyone around me, perhaps with long-lasting effects. Understanding the gravity of the situation made an unsettling feeling form in the pit of my stomach. After completing all the necessary procedures at the Rue, Yori and I were officially engaged. However, this didn't change much in terms of my day-to-day routine. As for the annulment document, I hid it in a locked drawer so that it wouldn't be found. With everything going so smoothly, it was almost too easy to forget I was engaged as I went around about my life as usual. I mean, how drastically were things supposed to change? Ah, Yuki, the soft tofu is amazing. I think I can auto this. The silky tofu and the generous amount of toppings went perfectly with the citrus sauce drizzled all over it.
ならよかった。また作るよ。姫が喜んでくれるのが一番だしな。
Is he back to normal? Really? Thanks! Ever since I made my decision to get engaged, Yuki had felt more distant. So I tried acting as if nothing changed and did my best to maintain my cheery disposition. While he was still a little awkward, I could tell that he was trying to meet me halfway. I'm sure he'll understand. Thank you for the meal. I finished my breakfast, clapped my hands together, and stood up from my seat. I'm going to work really hard today. Let's do our best, Sayuki.
はいはい。変にやる気を出しすぎても空回りするぞ。
Yuki equipped his back in such a manner that certainly wasn't fit for an attendant. But it was still much better than him keeping his distance. The surf quarters grew more lively as the lantern festival approached, but the amount of work I had to do grew along with it. The numbers of applications and the consultations from the residents regarding setting up stalls and using certain facilities increased, making me very busy.
今日の仕事はこれで終わりだ。
Oh? Really? I responded to him in surprise. There had been several days as of late where I would work well into the evening. But right now, it was just past noon.
今までコツコツ頑張ってきた成果だな。午後はどうする？家で休むか？
I think I'll step outside for a bit. Is she gonna run into Yori? Well, I wanted to get some fresh air and recharge. I also wanted to look into the matter of the people bursting into the flames. Oh yeah. I haven't heard of any rumors of the incident apart from what Satsuya and the others told me. I figured I might be able to overhear something that hadn't yet reached the nobility if I walked around the central district. After getting ready, I set off, only to find an unexpected guest waiting outside of the estate. Oh, it's Yori. It has to be Yori, right? It is him. Yori?
やあ姫君、今から出かけるところ？ちょうどよかった。仕事が早く終わったから可愛い婚約者の顔を見に来たんだ。
I see. In that case, let me invite you in for tea.
それよりデートに行こうよ。そのうち解消するかもしれないとはいえ婚約したんだし、少しくらいお互いのことを知っておかないと。
Yeah, they should definitely get to know each other. It'd be awkward. Cause like, is that not really necessary? Yeah, it's definitely necessary. I suppose it would be strange not to know anything about him if anyone were to ask. But isn't that standard for noble marriages? Not to mention, if we're just getting to know each other, we wouldn't need to go out of our way to go on a date, do we? I think
部屋の
going
中で
outside
面
is
と向かっ
better.
てお見合いみたいなことしても 話は弾まないし覚
He's
えられ
so
ないでし
easy
ょ
to read. Really? Well, I was going to head out anyways, so I guess this works out. After some initial hesitation, I ultimately accepted Yori's invitation. I guess we're going out on a date. So what do people typically do on a date anyway? I asked him as we made our way through the castle district. I've never actually been on one before, so I confess thinking he made fun of me, but his response surprised me. Huh?
僕もしたことないよ。
Wait, what? I thought he would have. Huh?
平民ならともかく貴族の男が未婚の女子と頻繁に連れ立って歩いてたら問題になるでしょ。
Oh, that's true.
君は普段からよく出歩いてるんだよね。街には詳しいんじゃない？
Oh, somewhat. He himself would be extremely knowledgeable as a personal officer, so I gave him a vague response.
ああ、遠慮しなくていいよ。
He probably mistook my response as an attempt to keep up appearances, and he gave me a reassuring smile. As in
貴
spilled
族の
beans.
女の子が一人で街を歩くなんて褒められたことじゃないし、控えめに言ってもつつましさが足りないってみんな言うだろうし、僕もそう思うけど、それも分かった上で婚約を申し込んだんだよ。
That's an insult, right? That's definitely an insult. His words just definitely sounded like criticism rather than praise. Yeah, definitely. But I know he has a point. From a noble's perspective, I was an outlier. Thankfully, no one had ever disparaged me directly because... But that was only because I was surrounded by those who kindly accepted and tolerated my habits.
何か文句がありそうだけど。
He looked at me with a smile. Not at all.
言いたいことがあるならはっきり言っていいんだよ。 今の僕は偽りでも君の婚約者なんだし。
Besides, he paused and his smile deepened. Oh, it's like a
下手に
dangerous
取り繕
smile.
われるのは嫌いなんだよね。
I feel like a lot of people do that though. What should I do? Should I just be honest with him? Is this a real question? Are we supposed to answer this? Oh shit. But this is Yori. Wouldn't that just ruin his mood? Oh god, it is. Is it? The music's like off. After giving it some thought, I decided to tell him. Shit. Hold on, I'm gonna save. You have some nerve. You may have a point, but you really have some nerve in communicating it. I feel like we were reflecting though. Did you have to say it like that to my face? I was so tense that I could barely squeeze the words out, but I had come too far to stop now. I know that my actions may not be proper or fitting as a noble. Oh, but you're one to talk. How can you lecture me about etiquette while having none? Does he not? The silence that fell over us was so deafening that it was painful. I barely realized I was holding my breath, and several seconds later... Is he laughing? Yori burst into laughter. Huh?
いいね君。うん。 表面上の距離を置いたお付き合いをする相手なら
Confused.
僕も当たり障りない対応をするんだけど、これから結婚する相手に取り繕う気はないよ。意地悪だってたくさん言うし、礼儀も軽んじる。
As I was rendered speechless by the nonsense he was telling me, he leaned in closer.
不満？こういう僕が嫌なら断れば？
Oh my god! Even if there was a way, despite wanting to respond, my inability to find words was extremely frustrating. As I was grinding my teeth, Yori went on as if the last few moments never happened. This
それ
guy!
で君は街でいつもどうやって過ごしてるのか教えてくれる？君みたいな子供、若い女の子が好き好んでいくような場所は知らないんだ。
I intend to visit my surf quarter and walk through the streets of the central district. I also like to look over the townscape from a nearby lookout.
色気がない。
You jerk! I felt another flash of annoyance. What did you expect me to say?
いや、どちらかというと予想通りかな。最初から何も期待してなかったし。それでも僕は優しいから、君の行きたい場所に付き合ってあげるよ。
He was the one who asked me out on a date, so shouldn't he be leading the way? Right? Oh my god. I had a vague memory later always speaking to that effect, but I just didn't have the energy to put up a fight. He's worn you down. I didn't exactly have it in me to maintain appearances either, so I earnestly went about my usual routine.
ご当主様、お忙しいところ来てくださってありがとうございます。この間は相談に乗ってくださって助かりました。
What advice do we give her? I'm glad I could help. Let me know if you need anything else at all. As I walked and greeted the residents of the surf quarter, Yuri muttered an observation.
君は平民に好かれてるんだね。
I would hope so. Thank you. Is that complimenting us? A smile naturally formed as I recognized for my efforts as the family head. The mitsu at this tea room is really good as well. Oh, but I know you're not exactly a fan.
本気にしたの？あれ。
Yes? Were you lying?
まあ嫌うほどでもないって感じ？普段はあんまり食べないけどね。黒鶴の制服を着てのんきに外でお菓子なんて食べてるところが見つかると面倒だから。
So do you actually like sweets, Yori? I asked excitedly, hoping that we'd finally find some common ground.
別にしょっぱいのも苦いのも好きだし、甘いからって特別摂取したりはしない。
This butt. His tastes were pretty difficult to figure out. Is he being vague on purpose so that I don't have to be considerate when ordering?
また全部顔に出てるよ、ひなぎくちゃん。君って本当に
Yuri narrows his eyes and smiled. There was something serious in his gaze that made me feel restless. Like
家が立派でよかったね。じゃなかったらとっくの昔にカモにされてたと思うよ。
Oh my god, I can't. He's not being considerate at all. That's just how he really is.
もう夕暮れか。そろそろ君を送っていかないとね。
Is she gonna take him to the sunset place? Our day has gone by surprisingly. I didn't have exactly. Oh my god! I need to stop Otto. I didn't exactly enjoy myself, and all he did was tease me. But I could say that I was somewhat less on edge with him after today. Yay! That's good. In that moment, a familiar voice called out to me. Oh my god! I was wondering if anyone would run into them. Who is it?
Hinagiku.
Oh.
大丈夫？
Oh. Sesuna and Yashiro was with you too. Oh god. I could only just realize that we were passing right by, I can't say that name, their place. They both seemed to be on high alert. Their expressions were unusually stiff.
姫様、もし何か困りごとがあるならいつでも俺たちに相談して。
We didn't tell them yet, right? I don't think we told them. Oh no, it's nothing like that.
じゃあなんで？
Oh god, we're gonna break their hearts. As Sesuna trailed off, both his and Yashiro's gaze wandered over to Yori. I was trying to figure out the best way to explain when Yori answered in my place.
この子と僕は最近婚約したんだよ。だから二人で仲良く街を歩いてただけ。
婚約？え、本当に？いつから？
Just the other day. It all happened really fast.
へえ。
I could tell there was a lot Sesuna wanted to say.
ああ、そういえばこの前結婚がどうとか言っていたのは。
え、相談したの？こんなのに？
Yori looked over at me, not with surprise, but irritation. I sensed he was trying to see if I told him too much, so I shook my head. Rather than discussing us, I was just getting his general opinion. I was positive that I didn't reveal anything I shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't think she did.
あ、ところで半月堂くん、頼んでた件の調べは進んでる？
まあそれなりに。今日も南の方で話を聞いてきたりしたし。
Did they go see Tobari and Shiran? The thing, the entertainment district was in the southern end of the outer district, right? Between the 29th and 30th divisions?
まあ多少は進展があったよ。詳しくは立ち話もなんだし、店の中でどうぞ。
At Sesuna's invitation, we decided to stop into ugh.
つてをたどっていろいろ調べてたら怪しい人間の噂を聞いた。
32区に住んでいる変わり者だと有名なおじいさんだよ。怒りっぽいというか周囲に当たりがちでよく揉め事を起こす人らしい。
でその人が町の人を無差別に燃やしてるって噂が流れてるらしい。
What?
どこまで本当かわかんないんだけど、現場の近くでからくりっぽいものを持ってたとかなんとか。
Sesuna didn't sound entirely convinced as he explained what they learned.
面白い情報だね。こんなに具体的な話をこの短期間で掴んできてくれるとは思わなかったよ。僕たちの方からその人物に接触して詳しい話を聞いてみることにする。
Sesuna responded with a half-hearted nod. There might be something he can't tell Yori. I'll be sure to ask him about it later.
後日僕からも改めてお礼をさせてもらうね。感謝の印だからありがたく受け取って。
Yuri smiled as he wrapped up the discussion. And despite my underlying concerns, the two of us left.
どうしたの？さっきから黙ってるけど疲れちゃった？
Yuri looked over at me and commented on my silence as we walked home. I just can't believe there's someone out there trying to hurt people. I was thinking about how sad and unfortunate it is.
確かにいてはりは犯罪がないとか治安がいいとか言われてるよね。でもそれってどうしてだと思う？
Answer Yuri's question with, oh god. Oh, whoops. Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna not save and overwrite my file Okay. He said, it's true that Itehari is so free of crime. I don't think it's that. I think it's him. Wait, really? Really? Really what? No way. It's not. It can't be. I feel like the Great Taiju doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it's because I had knowledge of the other stuff. It's thanks to the Great Taiju, isn't it? He's keeping Itehari safe with his divine protection.
模範的な答えだね。
Oh, he wants that. Oh, I thought it was literally. He smiled, appearing happy with my response.
そういうことを言うことと思ってた。すごくいいよね、君。
Oh, I see what he wanted. I couldn't understand his intentions behind asking what he did, nor I understand his reaction to the response right now.
君が言う通り、いてはりには大樹公がいるから、この町の人間は犯罪に手を染めたりしない。人々は大樹公の力を恐れてるからね。
He seemed thoroughly entertained as he spoke.
けど、大樹公の力は万能じゃない。
Yori?
秋摘神だなんて言っても、大樹公は本物の神様じゃないしね。大樹公の力を信じない人間は犯罪にだって簡単に手を染めてしまう。
I really think you should be more mindful of your wording. He may have been nonchalant, but nothing good would come from this if someone were to overhear us. Yeah, seriously.
でも知ってる人は知ってるんだよ。大樹公が普通の人間とそう変わらないって。だからこそ竜英の目をかいくぐっておかしな事件なんかを起こす輩がいて、それに対応する黒鶴が存在する。本当に大樹公に神通力があるなら、後始末担当の黒鶴なんて組織は最初からいらないはずでしょ。
Of course, I, along with the rest of the general population, were fully aware, but of course the fact that the cruiser was the one spiriting criminals away, it wasn't a miracle done using the Great Taiju's mysterious abilities.
いてはりが恵まれていることも平穏なことも全部信仰を前提に成り立ってるんだよ。
Yuri continued despite my silence.
いてはりの住民の多くは大樹公が秋摘神だって頭から信じてる。何も考えず惰性で生きてるんだよね。もし自分たちが信じてた神秘が虚構だと分かったら。
Yori,
彼らはど
stop.
うするんだろうね。いてはりは一体どうなるんだか。
Yuri seemed to be enjoying himself as he asked all this with a smile, but I couldn't join in his spirits. Of course not. On the contrary, just picturing the scene he created sent a chill down my spine. If their faces disprove, then the deterrent that prevent people from hurting each other would disappear. And if that were to happen, Itehari may become a place no different from what we knew of the world on the surface. But why are you telling me all this?
別に深い意味がある話題じゃないよ。いてはりは歪んでるなって思っただけ。
Well, he said a matter of factly, stopping my tracks regardless. Yori kept walking without waiting for me. Do you even like me? Seriously, does Yori dislike Itehari? If so, then was he interested in the outside world? A restlessness welled up in my chest as I forced myself to run after him. Later that night, I tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. What Yuri and I discussed on the walk home kept tugging at me and repeatedly surfaced in my mind. How strange. First it was this engagement, and now this. It seems Yuri has been constantly in my thoughts lately. The next day, Yashiro dropped by unannounced just before the hour of the sheep. What is that, like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Welcome, Yashiro. What brings you here today? Yuki was on standby with his usual spot behind me while I sat on the sofa.
急にごめんね、姫様。こういうことはできるだけ早く伝えた方がいいと思って。昨日話した怪しい人物のこと、もう少し調べてみようって露草と話していたんだ。
Oh, the oddball, right?
うん。
Just as I was supposed to drink
でも
water.
今日彼の家に行ってみたら、戸に白羽の矢が刺さっていた。
What? Wait, I thought they were investigating him. He was spirited away? Yashiro, do you remember what the arrow symbolizes?
忘れていたけど、露草に聞いたよ。でも、まさか昨日伝えて、今朝には事が済んでいるなんて予想外だった。
Right. Yuri mentioned getting more details from the man. Had they already gotten everything they needed? Had to. Come to think of it, it seemed like Suzuka wasn't telling the full story yesterday. Was there something else you couldn't bring up?
ああ、実は。
Yashiro slowly began to talk and chose his words with care.
ある時から、あまりにも簡単に情報が集まるようになったんだ。それまでは雲をつかむみたいで、手がかりも何も見つからなかったのに。
Wait, that's
ある日突然、犯人はあの人じゃないかって、複数の住民が一人を名指しし始めた。露草は、情報が操作されている気配を感じるって言っていたし、俺も帳たちも同じような手応えを感じたよ。
I was right about Suzuya and Yashiro working with Tobari and their group and his group in their investigations. But that person was already spirited away.
そう。だからこれ以上調べようがないよね。 たとえ犯人じゃなかったとしても俺たちに彼の無実は証明できない。でもこれで白縫いが濡れ衣を着せられることはなくなったんだし、塩路や帳にとっては良かったよね。
Yeah, that's good. That's true.
半月島としても俺としてもすべきことを果たせて肩の荷が下りたよ。
Despite his smile, there was a still pit remaining in my stomach that told me this wasn't over.
じゃあ仕事があるから俺はもう戻るね。また何かあったら知らせるよ。
Alright, thanks. After Yashiro left, Yuki, who had listened in silence the entire time, began to speak.
事件が解決したならひとまずは良かったな。
It is a relief, isn't it? Contrary to my answer, I still felt that something wasn't quite right. This unsettling feeling refused to go away. Is this really how it all ends? Just like that? Whose perspective is this?
大義のためとはいえ私は人を殺してきた。その上無関係の人間が神隠しに。柊様に合わせる顔がない。
I heard some light footsteps. I immediately turned back to see silver blades. Oh! I immediately tried to draw my kunai, but it was already too late. A second blow was already approaching.
貴様は
Oh my god. Oh my god. Blades. So, who has blades? The guy in the beginning of the prologue had multiple blades. The blue sky was clearer than usual that day due to the strong winds that carried the steam elsewhere. I was currently in my surf quarter to visit the learning facility as requested. Are you short-handed?
はい、師匠の一人が剣闘祭の準備中に怪我をしてしまって、子供の数が例年より増えていることもあり、目が届かないところも多くなってきました。かといって元手がないので新たに人を雇うわけにも。
I see. I'll try to figure something out. I first need to do some digging into the circumstances surrounding the issue before anything else, but I had already come up with a few ideas on how to help the learning facility. Is she gonna teach? On my way home, a lively silhouette pranced into my line of sight. The small figure stopped when it saw me, and a wide smile formed on his face.
おや、これは東郷の姫様。この度はご婚約おめでとうございます。
Huh? Wait. I thought... The words he spoke with uttermost joy made my breath catch in my throat. How do you know about that?
サクはお記録屋ですよ。情報源はお答えできませんが、このいてはりで知らないことはないのです。
Saki beamed and puffed his chest out with pride.
とはいえ、数日期の家同士の婚約だなんて、貴族も平民も興味津々の話題ですからね。 姫様がどのようにお考えでもすぐに発信の端まで知れ渡るでしょう。おっと、もしかしてまだナイナイの話でした？
Yeah, kinda. Despite my silence, I could continue smiling without a care in the world.
ところで姫様、お相手の素行調査は十分ですか？祭事のより様でしたっけ？策でしたら古い噂から最近の評判まで何でもお教えできますよ、お題次第で。
I'll think about it. I feel like, are we gonna do that?
はい
I think we should.
いつでもお声掛けくださいね。お
I
待ちして
totally
おり
want
ま
to know all
す。
the old rumors too, though. I watched as Saku ran off in high spirits. I muttered to myself, what should I do? I wasn't really thinking about looking into Yori, considering our engagement was all a front and nothing else was a contractual. What did bother me was the fact that the news of our engagement was spreading a little too fast. I figured eventually, I didn't think Tatsuya and Yashiro would have spread the news, and a Yuki would be more tight-lipped about it. That just leaves. It appeared there was someone else I needed to stop by before returning home. Yori then. The sun set as I walked. He may not have returned from his work with the Kuza yet. I couldn't exactly go to the command center over something like this, so I was currently heading towards the state of the Western Second. I thought to ask to be let in so I could wait for him inside, but oh my god,
あれ
should not auto.
そこにいるのは僕の婚約者殿？
He's home to Yori.
どうかした？
It appeared he had just returned from work. He looked over to me with a puzzled look. Apparently, there had been rumors of our engagement going around. Do you know anything about this, Yori? I can never tell if he's telling the truth or not. He sighed, his head still tilted to the
も
side.
しかして僕のことを疑ってる？心外だな。半月堂君たちには必要だと思ったからあの場で説明したけど、それ以外僕は誰にも言ってないよ。破棄するかもしれない婚約の事実を大勢に知らせて回るほど悪趣味じゃない。
That's true.
もしかしたら竜英で手続きしてるところを他の貴族が見てたのかもね。それかうちの使用人が言ったのかも。口止めはしてたんだけどごめんね。
No, it's alright. In that case, there's just nothing that can be done about it. I was taken aback by Yori's surprisingly earnest apology. Is it earnest though? And began to feel flustered. There are times that I myself chanced upon the business of other nobles while at the Yori. Not to mention that the state of the Western Second probably had many more servants than I did, making it very difficult to keep any information shared on the premises under wraps. I'm really sorry for jumping to the conclusions and doubting you. Are we just...
ああ、それに
I turned towards the familiar voice to see that Lord Subusi had just returned as well. I can never pronounce his name. Jesus. Yori smiled as his brother looked at us in turn.
二人とも 顔見知りだったよね。今さら紹介する必要はないだろうけど。こっちは僕の婚約者だよ。あっちは僕の兄、つわぶき。祭事の当主代理だ。
お会いできて光栄です、ひなぎく嬢。あなたが弟を迎えてくれることになり、兄として嬉しく思っています。
Lord Suzuki words sounded extremely sincere, which matched the earnest look he gave me as he said them.
よりのことを頼みます。何かあれば俺も祭事の者として力になります。
Thank you very much, Lord Suzuki.
いえ、近々正式に両家で挨拶の場を設けられたらと。
Wait, there's
ま
no
だ
family
早
though.
いよ。急ぐ必要もないでしょ。
しかし本来なら顔合わせは婚約を結ぶ前に行うべきことだ。
いいんだよ。僕と彼女は気持ちが通じ合ってるんだから。
Look at him, he's angry with his eyebrows.
東郷の当主は彼女で親兄弟もいない。こっちの当主も寝たきりでしょ。今ここで顔合わせも済んだようなものだよ。後日集まったってすることは変わらない。
Really though? Seeing that Yori wouldn't budge, Lord Suzuki let out a small sigh.
その話は後日また話そう。
はいはい。つわぶきこそ忙しいんだろうから無理しないでいいんだよ。
ああ。
After nodding, Lord Suzuki looked at us hesitantly. Oh?
中に入らないのかって？要件は済んだし、彼女はもう帰るところだよ。
そうか。
He gave Yuri a nod before turning to me with a polite bow.
では失礼します。お気をつけてお帰りください。
Oh, he looks angry. As Lord Suzuki, oh my god, entered the mansion, Yuri watched him with an unhappy frown. He then returned to his gaze to me, the corners of his lips rising. Oh my god, he upset.
僕に似てないできた兄だなとでも思った？
Yeah, I mean, kind of obviously. Responded to his question with a little. Oh my god, save it. Do you guys not get along? A little? Do you guys not get along? A little? I think a little, right? Because you gotta get along is kind of a lot. A little. You don't seem very much like a lot, either in terms of appearances or personality.
知った風な口を聞くんだね。君は僕たちに詳しかったんだ。
He seemed irritated as he gave me a hard look, but I didn't change anything in my tone as I answered. I don't know you all that well, but the differences between you two are clear. I mean, Lord Suzuki never coerced me into doing anything against my will. The memory of him forcing us to help him solve the recent incidents were still fresh in my mind. Yeah, that was the thing at the with Yashiro and oh my god, Satsuya? Yuri seemed stunned, and he said nothing for a few moments. Then he began to laugh. I feel like that's so scary. What do I do? Is he upset? Yes. He's totally upset.
困ったな。君から目が離せなくなりそうだ。今も心臓がうるさくて苦しいよ。本当にイライラさせてくれるよね、君って。
So I did make you upset.
すごく不愉快だね。胸がムカムカする。下手に取り繕われるよりは良かったけど。
All sorts of warning bells were ringing in my head, so I hurriedly bowed my head apologetically. I should get going. Thank you for having me. Bye.
え、一人で帰るの？
Yes, I came by myself after all. Yori shrugged and gave me a kind smile.
わざわざ来てくれた婚約者をそのまま返すのはちょっとね。
Are you being sweet? Huh?
本当なら遅い時間に一人で来るのもやめてほしかったな。最近は伊手張りも物騒な事件が続いてるし、あまり心配させないで。連絡さえくれたらいつでも僕が会いに行くよ。
Really? Are you serious? Oh, your head suddenly are you saying that you're expected off? Yeah. Should I take that at face value? But as I struggled to find the words to respond, a particular pair of footsteps approached us.
これはお久しぶりですね、より殿。いつまで気楽に過ごされるのかと心配しておりましたが、ようやく婿入り先を見つけたそうで。
It seems the news of our engagement has been spreading among the nobility. After all,
まあ相手が少し子供ですが。
the hell is this creep? This man whom I've never seen before shifted his gaze to me.
おお、もしやその方が例の。
Aren't we of higher status than this guy? Anyways, we're from the 7 houses. He studied me with an appraising eye. His unpleasant demeanor was far from the first I have had encounter. I am... Before I could introduce myself, Yori put me close by the shoulder and smiled.
ええ、僕にはもったいないくらい魅力的な女性ですよ。
That's so cheesy. I'm not used to him talking like that. Oh my god.
行こう、姫君。客人の相手は僕がしなきゃいけないわけじゃないから。
After walking a bit, I turned to him. Thank you Yori for standing up for me.
なんで君がお礼言うの？
What do you mean, why? Yori cut me off with a scowl.
君がバカにされるってことは、君を選んだ僕がバカにされたってこと。言い返すのは当然だし、君からお礼を言われる筋合いはないんだけど。
You're being pretty harsh though, aren't you? It was true that it would have been out of character for Yori to stay silent in that situation. Still, I was happy that you spoke the way you did. That's why I wanted to thank you. As I expressed my heartfelt gratitude, he had an expression I'd never really seen him make before. He seemed caught off guard, even bewildered.
ま、ついでに家まで送るよ。
You might as well.
君を一人で歩かせるより安全だし、車を用意するより早いでしょ。
Thank you, Yori. I accepted Yori's act of kindness, and the two of us continued our walk.
日は会いに来てくれてありがとう、姫君。次はもっと時間をとってデートしよ
Date? Date?
う。幻冬祭が始まると警備に忙しくてまず会えないと思うんだけど、幻冬祭の1週間くらい前になると夜の街もかなり風情が出てきて楽しいよ。出歩いたことある？
No? No, I haven't.
じゃあ暇があったら一緒に出かけようか。
Is he serious? Is he joking? Yori, do you really mean that?
え、なんで疑うの？
I was thinking that you were only asking out of politeness.
ああ、最初からするつもりもないデートに誘ってると思われてる？信用ないな、僕。
You didn't seem offended as you smiled and took my hand.
じゃあ指切りしよう。ほら。
Oh? Before I could protest, Yori had already locked his pinky with mine. For some strange reason, the sight of our hands connected made my heart race.
僕の仕事は急遽発生する場合もあるんだって。君も想像つくよね。だから必ずとは言えないんだけど、できるだけ時間を作るよ。努力する。君との時間は結構刺激的で愉快だから、それなりに僕なりに楽しみなんだ。街中を歩いたのも車両でおしゃべりしたのもまあ悪くなかったよ。
Really? Are you being honest?
まだ疑うんだ。めんどくさいな君。
Despite what he said, his smile remained. He didn't seem to be in a bad mood either.
例えば僕が言い出さなければ君は一人で帰るつもりだったよね。
How else would I get home?
送ってもらえて当然だと思ってないところは気に入った。貴族の姫君らしくはないけど。
That's... Well, I need to get home. I just learned from a previous experience that he wasn't the type to escort me home. If I were someone who would take me back without fail, I probably would have come to expect that.
無礼な他人に対して反射で怒るわけじゃなく、でもかばわれたらお礼を言う。あの対応も結構大人で悪くなかったね。見た目よりも子供じゃないらしい。それにこの僕がデートに誘ってあげてるのに喜ぶより先に疑ってくるとか、自分でも普通じゃないと思わない？もっと素直になりなよ、姫君。
You've always been unkind, so how do you expect me to trust you?
まあそうだね。信じない方がいいかも。
Look at these mixed messages. Yori gave a nod of understanding before lowering his voice, as if he was telling me a secret.
でもこの約束は結構本気だからね。
They're having doubts regarding the exact extent of his sincerity. Understood. Thinking that I wanted to try giving him a chance, I responded with a small nod.
じゃあね、ひなぎくちゃん。また今度。
Yes, good night. night. I think that was really sweet. After making the promise, he left. Yori can be really rude. But maybe he's not such a terrible person after all. As I stood alone outside the estate, I felt I could still feel his warmth lingering in my pinky, and my gaze slowly dropped to the finger that just was interlocked with his. Oh, okay. It's chapter 3. I'm gonna end it here. I overall... Wait, hold on. Need to stop the auto. Ugh, god damn it.
意外と広いものだったかもしれ
Okay,
な
hold
い
on.
な。
I can't. Wait. Controller, please. Stop. Hold on. Okay, so I think overall, this chapter was, like, good. I like how we went into their relationship a bit more. The story though, however, like kind of stopped. I wished it kind of like progressed at the same time. So that was like the little downside on it. But I don't know. The relationship's really cute so far though. Like they're slowly trusting each other and everything. But hopefully the story picks up too, because they're kind of like left in like the limbo. Because I feel like the other routes I played, like it was more story focused and not so much romance focused. So it's nice to see the romance focus on this side. But okay, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and please subscribe. Bye.